Welcome back to Boston has entered the chat. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. I call him Big Swole. Nat Gordon of the Play Tessie podcast. Good morning, my friend, and welcome back to the program.
Morning, guys. How's it going?
It's going good. I mean, listen, we're going to talk Red Sox offseason, of course, but it's going really well because your football team, Nat. I see you tweet about the Patriots all the time. I said, look, we're going to get to Red Sox talk, but I can't not talk Patriots with my guy Big Swole. So Jamar Chase is out, we know, for Spitgate. Talk to me about that and talk to me about your football team this season. Did you see this coming, my friend? Be honest.
Travis, I'll be honest with you. I had him predicted for 7 wins. So, no, I didn't see any of this coming. And I trust me, I saw the schedule. And anytime anyone would get mad at me for saying just 7 wins, it's like, listen, they're close to doubling their win total from a year ago if they get 7 wins.
That's right.
Now they have more wins than the last 2 years combined. And, like, look at the schedule all you want. And it's funny because it's like they get the Bengals, but no Joe Burrow, and now no Jamar Chase. Like, yeah, the schedule people are in shambles. What else can I say?
They got more wins in their streak than Nat
That's
had
right.
for the year.
Okay, so Gordo, before we switch gears, I have to ask you, are the Patriots going to the Super Bowl? Are you feeling super about this team?
Why not? I don't see why not. Perfect. I don't see who in the AFC scares you. Seriously.
Yeah.
Are you going to see the Chiefs? They're 500.
Yeah, we will be talking about your dream scenarios, Gordo, and that seems to be one of them is the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Why not?
That's right.
Why not us, right?
Why not us? And we got a young quarterback, we got a young coach, we got so much time. Like this could be like I don't know how we got so lucky as to go from the 20-year dynasty of Brady and Bill, and now you've got Vrabel and Drake May, and it feels like we're about to get 10 to 20 more years of it. It's incredible.
Okay, Gordo. Red Sox have entered the chat. We'll keep the Patriots in there. Who gets us a duck boat parade first?
Oh, Travis.
They're both close.
I'm going to have to go.
How do you pick your favorite kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you? I don't know, because I did just say that the Sox could make the Super Bowl, but I feel really good about the Red Sox future, too.
Yeah,
I have to go with my Red Sox, though. That's where I'm going to lean with my heart here and go with the Red Sox. I really do think that they're going to do the right things this offseason, push this team over the top, and then the next 2 or 3 years, we're going to be talking about Roman Anthony.
That tracks with what you said because the Patriots can make the Super Bowl, not win it, but then the Red Sox get to the World Series and win it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I see the path.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Gordo, let's get into your dream lineup here. So this is what we're about to see is a dream defensive lineup. Is that right? Explain this to me, my friend.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So here's the dream defensively. I think the Red Sox have 2 major needs this offseason, and it's right now at third base. There's the Alex Bregman hole at third base, and then they need a DH. So there's no DH here, but I've got the catcher, Carlos Narvaez, was a Gold Glove finalist last year. Really happy with him. First base might be a little controversial. If we're talking dreams here, my dream is that Tristan Casas will make it and be ready for opening day and be back to the guy that he was in the second half of 2023.
These two are snickering at you.
This is a nightmare.
They are
I get it. I get it. It depends some time. I get it. But
whose dream is this? Honestly, like I know dream is in quotes, like the little quotations because you were told to be realistic with these dreams. But I mean, here's the thing. I'm sorry to cut you off, but here's the thing that jumps out at me. And I know there's no DH because obviously the DH does not play defense. And we'll get to your DH. I don't know who the DH is. I'm just assuming it's like Pete Alonso or Kyle Schwarber or something like that. But who's here's the problem when I look at this.
Yeah.
There's no, I know, put injuries, health, all of that. That's a change. But in terms of personnel, there's no change. Like, these are all the names that we know.
That's right.
All these guys are here.
Sans Duran. No Duran.
Give us somebody new.
No Duran. That's it.
Give me a new guy that's going to put him over the hump.
I'll tell you, the guy who's going to put him over the hump in this scenario is Kyle Schwarber. That's the new guy.
That's a DH?
You look at the lineup last year, he'll be the DH.
Okay. All right.
I mean, this is a lineup that when guys were healthy last year was one of the better offenses in baseball. So, the lineup that you saw when they got to the postseason, the lineup that didn't have Roman Anthony in it, like the lineup that had an injured Alex Bregman in it, that certainly wasn't good enough. But if they get a healthy Alex Bregman back, they add Kyle Schwarber to the mix here, get everyone, Marcelo Meyer back in the mix healthy. Like all of these guys, like none of these guys are guys that you want to subtract from your team. Like they're all really good players. It's just that can you get them all on the field healthy, and can you add that middle of the order 40 home run bat to really glue the lineup together? Because that's really what they were missing last year. Trevor Story was the team leader in home runs at 25. So to me, the dream is not moving and shaking everything like it was the last couple of years. Like we saw a playoff team this year. I just need to see more power in the lineup, and I need to see them bring back Alex Bregman. And even though it's a dream lineup, like it's within reason here. Like they can add both, and they should add both back to this team.
Could you see a scenario, Gordo, where all of that exists, and that's what it looks like on the field, and then the DH, they don't get Kyle Schwarber, Jarren Duran remains and is the DH?
I could see it. I mean, Breslow talked about it earlier at the GM meetings that, hey, we don't need to trade one of these guys. Like we made it work last year. We had a rotating DH. You also have to factor in Masataka Yoshida into this mix.
Yeah.
To me, if you want to add Pete Alonso or Kyle Schwarber and bring back Alex Bregman, maybe attaching a prospect to shed some of Masataka Yoshida's salary is a way that you ease the pain on the pocketbooks a little bit. But yeah, I mean, there is a scenario where they could do it, but to me, I see the easiest route for this team to get a 30, 40 home run masher is to slot him into the DH spot. I mean, obviously you could slot him into first base if it's Pete Alonso, but now it's like, where is Tristan Casas going? If he's healthy, if he's ready to go, do you really want to put yourself in a situation where if he's really back and he's ready to go, now you're talking about which outfielder are we benching? It gets a little complicated there.
There are going to be a lot of reports, a lot of noise over the course of the next couple of months, especially as we get into December, even January, and who knows? Like Bregman may not have a team officially before February. Guys are signing later and later into spring training as the years go along, so it's not like the hot stove that we all grew up with. But I don't know why we're seeing reports from John Heyman, for instance, notable MLB insider, about, well, if Bregman leaves, then this in terms of Alonso or Schwarber. That, like, why not both? I know it's not my money, but it's this is not a financial concern, obviously, on the part of ownership. This is a choice to make. And why are we, to your point, we heard from Breslow about we want this, we desire this, we plan to do this. I feel like a report like that from Heyman yesterday is starting to kind of curl in the other direction of, well, but like temper I don't want to temper expectations, Nat. I want both. They need both. They can afford both. Let's get both.
That's right.
You're dead on, Adam. I couldn't agree more. I mean, you look at the situation here. If it's an either or thing, like let's say they bring Alex Bregman back and that's their bat. Like you talk about running in place. That's running in place. You're basically running it back. And don't get me wrong. I just made the argument why last year's lineup, when healthy, wasn't bad. But we're talking about a team that Craig Breslow said they want to take the next step. Like we're not talking about just getting to the playoffs now. We're talking about putting ourselves in a position to make a deep playoff run, and that takes home runs in the postseason. They've said that. They said that at the end of the year presser. They've said it since. So if it's just Alex Bregman, I don't know where that power is coming from. And if you, let's say, add Kyle Schwarber or Pete Alonso, but you lose Alex Bregman in the process, like, don't get me wrong, you're adding the power, but in terms of deepening the lineup, you're not doing anything. Like it's essentially running in place. So to me, you can afford to do both. There are ways to ease it to ease the pain on the pocketbooks. There are salaries that you can attach prospects to dump, and obviously the outfield trade. If you trade, Jarren Duran's the most expensive outfielder this year at between $7.5 and $8 million. Like there are ways to shed salary too, but they need to find a way to add two bats to this lineup. Make no mistake about it.
All right, Big Swole, let's keep living the dream. Let's see that pitching dream rotation of yours. Talk to me.
Yeah, see, we're dreaming here because I think the Red Sox really just need to add one to the top of this. But if we're dreaming here, Hunter Green is my ultimate dream addition, right? Like this guy's got 3 guaranteed years of control plus a team option, 4 years of a guy who comes out the gate as a starting pitcher throwing 100-mile-per-hour gas, right? And this guy's an all-star. Slot him right behind Garrett Crochet. That is a tough lefty then righty 1-2 punch in a rotation. What would be maybe the best in the game. You follow that up with Brian Bayo, had a great year last year. And then we're going to add Merrill Kelly. He's an older guy, doesn't have a draft pick attached to him, would just cost you money. stabilizing force towards the back of the rotation. It's a guy that the Red Sox were interested in at the deadline and may have been kind of close to acquiring at the trade deadline from Arizona before they shipped him to Texas. But he's a free agent now. Probably wouldn't take a long-term deal. It would just cost money. And then in the 5 spot, we've got Patrick Sandoval. I know a lot of people are down on him because he's another one of those Sox sign the injured guy and hope he can make it back kind of guys. But this is a guy who in 2022 was a number 2 starting pitcher, and he's been a mid-rotation guy, and you're just asking him to be in the back of the rotation. And if he doesn't work out, there's other guys to fill that spot. But the dream here is that they would add multiple starting pitchers and really guarantee yourself a 1 through 4, 1 through 5 punch to get you all the way through the season and through the postseason as well.
Okay, listen.
You got heavy breathing over there.
Yeah, the dream pitchers are way better than the dream defensive for me. However, I do have to ask you. I mean, the Red Sox allegedly are in love with Joe Ryan.
There it is.
Allegedly, the Tigers are interested possibly in moving the Cy Young winner in Skubal. I like Hunter Green. Please hear that. I don't want you to take this as me attacking you. I'm just asking, where are those guys? You don't want them? You want Hunter Green over them? I'm just asking.
I do want Hunter Green over those guys. And
Okay.
I'll start with Skubal because I feel like that's the one that could come off as crazy. But if you're trading for Tarek Skubal, you're trading for 1 year of, yeah, he's the best pitcher in the American League. Don't get me wrong. Back-to-back Cy Young winner. It doesn't get better than Tarek Skubal, but you're trading for 1 year. Whereas Hunter Green, he is a top-of-the-rotation guy with 4 years of control. You've got so much flexibility to continue adding, to continue working with the roster around that. Whereas with Tarek Skubal, it's 1 year, and if you want to keep him, you better be ready to pay $400 million, which we haven't necessarily seen. So it's a risk to trade for a guy who's a rental, and then maybe you see the Dodgers come in after maybe sitting out an offseason this year and preparing to shell $400 million at Skubal. There's no possibility of that with Green. And with Joe Ryan, I mean, I love Joe Ryan. I would go nuts if the Red Sox traded for Joe Ryan. I just think Hunter Green is a better pitcher with more team control.
Okay.
I'm not sure who loves Joe Ryan more, actually. The Red Sox, according to all these reports, are our guy Lou Merlone, who's going to join the show tomorrow. Lou is a big Joe Ryan guy.
Yeah, he is.
So you think then, and I know we're talking about DH possibilities, and obviously the money it comes to for them, and then for a guy like Hunter Green, he's more of a trade acquisition versus Merrill Kelly. Obviously, that's money and no draft pick compensation, like you said. I mean, which is more likely? If heaven forbid we got to head down a path, we can't go down both roads and merge these things. It's either going to be the quality number 2 pitcher or it's going to be the power bat in the middle of the lineup. Which one do you think is more realistic for the Red Sox?
Well, I hope it doesn't have to be an either or thing. But if I had to say it, I would pick the number 2 starter, because I suppose there's a scenario where they bring Alex Bregman back, and we love Alex Bregman and everything he brings to the table, but he's not that 30 to 40 home run bat. I don't see them entering the season next year without getting at least some semblance of a number 2 starter. Maybe they get a guy, maybe all else fails and they get a guy who maybe we would argue is a lower end number 2 as opposed to a co-anchor with Garrett Crochet, but they're going to get a guy to fit at the top of the rotation. It's just a matter of who. There are so many options, whether it be in trade or free agency. And you had Ken Rosenthal yesterday talking about how he thinks they might go after one of the free agents as opposed to one of the trade targets, which, I mean, that surprised me. I still think the trade route is the best route for that. But either which way they go, there are so many options. It feels like they can't possibly mess it up.
All right, Nat, we love you, man. We appreciate you, Big Swole. We'll see you next week. Same place, same time, brother. Thank you.
Hi, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Gordo.
Still to come here on Boston has entered the chat, a kinder, gentler, apologetic me as we bet on the Patriots. Just stay tuned. You'll see what I'm talking about right here on Boston has entered the chat.